everybody. Hi. Welcome to today's daily reading. Today is for November 10th. It's Sunday, I believe. So guys, you guys know these readings are timeless, and that's all there is to it. If you'd like a personal reading with me, you can check the box below, and donations are always welcome. Information below as well. All right, let's jump in. All right, guys. So, first of all, I still don't know what I'm looking at, but I figured I'd turn on the camera and let's just see where we're heading. I do know, first of all, that I'm feeling both divine masculine and feminine energies on this call today. They've been really vocal lately, haven't they? So I'm feeling the feminine and the masculine. Now, looking... Both my hands are occupied right now. Let me see if I could use this left hand to grab these cards. All right, I'm looking at these cards on the left that are screaming to me of feminine energy. Now, to answer some questions, remember that divine feminine and divine masculine only refer to, I guess, the positive and negative charge, if you will. I'm not sure how better to put that, but the opposite ends of the whole. Now, that being said, as it's expressed here in the physical, you could be of the male or female persuasion. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It's just either you embody more masculine and more feminine, or more feminine. But that being said, we do have aspects of both within us. And so sometimes if you're watching a reading, and even though it's claims it's for the divine masculine or divine feminine, and even if I use the pronouns of he or she, just always remember, free yourself. You guys are always free and able to discern, and don't play by the rules. So when I say free yourself, don't play by the rules. Don't worry about who the reader says this message is targeted for. You could be walking down the street, and if you see something and it resonates with you, it's for you. So even if I'm saying it's for this person or that person or him or her or whatnot, if that resonates for you, then take that message as it is. And always choose to see yourself as this beautiful vessel that's just walking the earth. And it doesn't matter what labels anyone else uses to refer to you, or to refer to the things in the world, or to refer to what is for you, including messages. Always just stream it through yourself. Like, does this sound right for me? And if so, then boom, it's for you. Yeah. One of you asked that question. I saw the comment this morning, and God bless you. Yay. Hugs. I don't actually have my computer on in front of me, so I can't check the person's name, but there's a short answer. I'm behind on my comments. Surprise. Now, for the feminine, what I'm seeing here is that the divine feminine energy, what I'm seeing is Empress mode. Get it, Empress mode, get it. So you're definitely in Empress mode if this refers to you and it resonates. I feel that, see this Justice card, I feel that you have already made peace with this Justice card, whether you feel that you've gotten it, or whether you feel that you haven't gotten it, or whether you feel that you will ever get it or whatnot. I'm also seeing a child involved here. So somebody here is a single mother, and you've made peace with the fact or the idea that this person, the male, the father of the child, is never going to step up, is never going to come back, or that you're not going to have a male figure in this child's life at this time. You notice how I'm trying not to speak in absolutes, but I'm just going with the flow of how you're viewing the situation. So we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We really don't. We have to embrace that mystery. And even though we make assessments of the today, like saying, oh, well, he's not coming back because he got married to someone else, or just vice versa, or he said he doesn't want any part of his family, or vice versa, whatever it is, just know that we don't want to speak in absolutes, because we don't know what's to come. And we only make assessments in the present in order to get us through the present and to get to a place of more productivity and better reception, so to speak. Thank you, Spirit. Better reception, so that you can be in a better place to receive your blessings. But always be ready to abandon ship on your beliefs if and when something better comes along that will prove to be more productive for you, and that it will bring you into a better space of in time, they're saying, a better space in time, and better place of mind in mind. Okay, so hopefully I'm not losing you guys, because once I start, once these messages start coming through and I'm channeling, I can't really. I'm trying to organize the thoughts, so I actually do go back and watch the videos to see if I made any sense. So feel free to ask questions below if you are wondering. Long story short, Spirit was just trying to say that have your absolutes. Thank you, Spirit. They're saying have your absolutes, but only insofar as those absolutes get you to a better place of functioning and a better place of receptivity in order to receive blessings. Don't let those absolutes become blockages, okay? And if something better comes along, a better idea or thought pattern that will allow you to stay open to all that God is trying to give to you, and they're stressing God to distinguish from shadows and all of that, then they're saying be flexible in those cases with these new ideas. But if you're more of the feminine persuasion, divine feminine, channeling more of the feminine energy, then you're in Empress mode. You've already come to terms with what is, and I'm seeing you just being in this space of nine of Pentacles, independence. All right, I'm seeing that some of you are working under this impression that ship has sailed. For a relationship or a job opportunity or a house or some dream that you wanted to have. I'm seeing for somebody you wanted to maybe own a market or have some kind of store or market or organic farm or something that where you can sell. I think on some level you're like, that ship has sailed. Remember, these are your thoughts and what you've come to believe. Whether or not that is the case remains a mystery and remains to be seen. But you're okay with that. Some of you on this call have come to terms with this idea of, okay, things are just moving slowly, and that's all there is going to be. That's all there is to it. I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's moving slowly. And some of you have come to terms with the idea again that I lost what it is that I had. I lost what I wanted. You see his hands have no glove, and his glove has no hands. So there's this sense of loss. Some of you have come to terms with the idea, again, no absolutes, that I've lost something, and that's all there is to it. It didn't work out, or I lost it. It's lost. Some of you, this feeling of it's lost is this idea that you've lost someone, not only in the physical, in the sense that they've moved away from you, they've moved on from you, but it's like you've lost their mind, you've lost their heart, and you've lost their mind. Mind is very important here, because it's like you're thinking, yeah, this person's not thinking about me anymore. I'm not in the realm of their everyday influence anymore. Because if you're watching a lot of these videos, you're usually brought to these videos because there's something that's on your mind, whether it's spiritual advancement, whether it's a certain relationship, whether it's just an interest in seeing how your day is going to be. There's something on your mind that is pulling you forward, that there's a mystery that's pulling you forward and attracting you to this video. And for this specific set of people that I said they've come to terms with the idea that they've lost someone's mind, then it's almost like to say that you're not even on their mind. You believe that you're not even on their mind enough for them to ever even like think about you, to even be like, oh, I wonder how so and so's doing, or they're just in a different state of mind. They're in a different life. You're part of their past life, so to speak, is how you have come to view yourself in this connection. Now, when we to further drive that feeling home, can we all remember our first boyfriend, or if we're not still stuck on that person, or think of an ex that you just don't even think about anymore, like, oh my god, yeah, I totally dated that guy for a minute, didn't I? Yeah, that's kind of how, for this group, whoever I was just talking about, this group, you have come to terms with the idea that you belong to that group of people for that person, where it's like, oh yeah, I totally dated that person once. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, yeah, can I get 2 burgers? Right? So that's what I'm seeing. Some of you have come to terms with that idea. Now, again, whether or not these ideas are true, or whether they're of your perception, we don't know. But I am seeing this moon card, remember the moon in tarot can often speak of illusions, right? So for some of you, it may not necessarily be the case that that's true. Now, I am seeing this, though, that for that same group of feminines who have come to terms with some kind of thing, who's come to accept some kind of ideology, I'm seeing that for the most part, a lot of you have stopped trying to work on whatever that thing is, in whatever way that means for you, whether you've stopped journaling about it, whether you've stopped texting this person, whether you've stopped wondering, whether you've whatever. I'm just seeing this resignation. See this streak in her hair? You've come to a place of resignation. And now, as a baby, super cute baby, as a baby, you guys have already begun to focus on building foundation for yourself. It's like this chest has arrived, and now you've opened it, and you're like, what are these? And you and your little pet dog, aka your spirit guides, you guys are like assembling these things now. Okay, this is connected to what? I'm hearing the hip bone's connected to the what? Hip bone. Okay, whatever. The leg bone is connected to the hip bone. Look, you figure it out. That's what you're doing. Right? So whereas at one point you were like here looking out, trying to figure things out, trying to really focus on what this tower moment was, focus on a foundation for someone else, focus on another person altogether, focus on twin flames. Actually, my number one, I don't know why I'm whispering. I literally have my hand in my mouth whispering to you guys. My number one image for twin flames, personal image, is the sailboat, okay? And it's actually right here, look. But in the cards, it's usually the twin flame. I mean, the infinity sign. But seeing these sailboats here, I love that image. But a lot of you basically have resigned and you've kind of stopped doing that. And I'm even getting this feeling that if you're watching this call, a lot of you, this looks like a tapestry almost. It's almost like you've kind of, oh, sorry, can you see? Oh, there you go. This looks like a tapestry here. Okay, just forgive the zooming. I'll explain it to you. And it's almost like you feel that it was all a dream. And more so, it was all a fantasy. But either way, no matter what, these are all beliefs that we're seeing. And the more concrete thing is that you, as this feminine, have come to settle upon an idea. And you've come to focus now on rebuilding yourself. And then when I say rebuilding, it's not even rebuilding like this tower that fell. I'm just not feeling that. It's more like rebuilding, like building something new and focusing on something new. That's the feminine, divine feminine energy that I'm picking up on now. Now, if it doesn't sound like you as yet, it could be coming in for you, because remember, we do have a lot of energy going on. We had that new moon in Scorpio, which like kicked my butt, and I'm sure some of you as well. We have a full moon coming up. I think it's in Taurus. We've got other influences, planetary influences that are always affecting us, and some of us are more sensitive to certain things at certain times. Then we've got this November 11th energetic thing coming up. I don't know if to say portal or what, but there's elevation, there's initiation all in the air right now, guys. So we're seeing transitions and portals of all sorts. And I'm seeing a crystal now as I'm looking at this unicorn, and I said the portal and the 1111 situation just seems more like I don't know, a crystal thing. I don't know, guys, but that's what I'm seeing. That being said, if this doesn't seem like your energy as yet, it's very possible that as the divine feminine, an emanation of the divine feminine, you will be moving into this, especially following this November 11th energetic shift that's happening. Now, on the male side, what I'm seeing here is, and yes, remember, divine masculine, it could be male or female, doesn't matter, right? And even if this, as a man, if this describes you, this feels very divine feminine, though, like lots of feminine energy. So if you're physically a man and you're watching the video and this relates to you, this is probably because you channel more of the divine feminine than the masculine. But if it somewhat relates to you, but you still more relate to the divine masculine, then that's also showing that some divine feminine aspects are active within you. Same here as the divine masculine. This is what I'm seeing here for those guys, those people who channel more of the masculine energy. However, as the female, you could still be feeling this, but you also resonate with this. That's because you also have masculine aspects inside of you. And I want to say masculine crystals. See, that crystal is coming. Thank you, Spirit. That makes sense. So this 11-11 situation is activating masculine and feminine divinity and energy within all of us. And so therefore, it's almost like you've got some, you're predominantly feminine, but you got some masculine crystals hanging around in you, or you're predominantly masculine, but you've got feminine crystals hanging around in your field, and it's all being activated and magnified. And so that's why you can feel both aspects. And I think maybe that's why both are agreeing to come, have agreed to, with each other, not with me, but with each other, to come through this reading. I wasn't in that conversation. Aww. It's okay. But that being said, let's take a look at the masculine. So divine masculine is coming through a phase of, I don't wanna, Sorry. In Japanese, they say yada, right? I don't wanna in English. This is the I don't wanna, the Four of Cups. Thanks God for this Ace of Cups. This you're giving me, pour out, right? So he's coming out of that energy. And he's also kind of emerging from the energy, the Ten of Swords. This is, look, I've died. If I could just reach, right? He's rebirth. He's having his rebirth. He's he's bringing in true to form, very practical, very, very practical. He's looking at me like, sorry. Very practical energy of, this looks like to me like him at literally a drive-through ordering a burger. Like he's ordering some burgers right now. This is like a very practical sense. Okay, so I'm seeing that this is a man who is balancing a spiritual awakening, but with 2 feet on the ground. He's saying 2 feet on the ground. And as he's saying that, I'm seeing, look at these practical concerns: money, home. This looks like a dream. Money, very practical, but home. He's starting to think about this foundation. Of course, foundation with his feminine, if he's got one, or foundation with the incoming, whatever it is. Love. That's what I'm seeing. But at the same time, I'm seeing him also in his 3D. It's like he's reaching for this love, but he's like, can I get a burger? You know what I mean? He hasn't quite reached for it, but he's there and he's showing it. He's also reminding me, guys, if you have been keeping up with any of the other readings, always sift through readings based on the title and just using your intuition. And you gotta hone that, guys. I keep bringing it up. You just have to hone your intuition. So literally, to get to the point where you're combing through YouTube and you'll never pick up a wrong reading again. You have to hone that. It's a skill. You've gotta hone it. Discernment is big. So you can start. You need to get to the point where you can start watching a video and your discernment can be so good that you can watch the whole video but move in and out. Observe where messages don't ring true for you and where they do ring true for you, for whatever it is, right? It's just a skill. There's no way to, I just have to say it's a skill. You got to keep working on it. Okay. Now, that being said, he wants to say that he came through, the divine masculine came through in two of the November readings so far. I've gotten up to Sagittarius. I've got to do Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Whoop whoop, coming up. Yeah, that's today, baby. That's today. Looking forward. But the divine masculine energy definitely came through in the Scorpio and the Sagittarius readings. So in the Scorpio one in particular, the divine, that's why I put it out to whoever. The DM, divine masculine energy, has a message to respect. He's looking. He's like, say that message. Look at the face. He's like, we're waiting to respect the what's the word? Yeah, the word message wants to come out. Respect the message of the divine masculine, but also respect the journey of the divine masculine. So if you haven't checked out the Scorpio reading as yet, please feel free to do so, because he definitely is bringing through a message about, dude, respect my journey. You know, don't just see me as this jailer, as your jailer. Don't just see me as this guy who keeps constantly effing up and this and that. Like, I'm going through my own spiritual awakening. And if you didn't have this idea that we're supposed to be twins or to be together, you wouldn't be so hard on me, and you would allow me to have my own spiritual awakening. Thank you for reminding us that, Divine Masculine. Because it's very easy for us to kind of get in this space of like, dude, he's not doing what he needs to be doing, but he has time to be doing all this and that. And he's saying on some level it's blatantly disrespectful. And it kind of puts it in this, it kind of gets this feeling like, oh, well, we're the queen, and then we're also the ace. So you, not only do we get to go through our spiritual journey and learn and come into gifts, but you have to respect us and see us as a gift. Like, he's saying that in a sense to say, what about us? We are also a gift to you. And yes, we've done things, but there's no spotlight on you as much as there is on us. And you don't always get the bad rap as we do, right? And as I'm saying that, I kind of want to breathe out, because it's kind of like he's trying to bring this through. And see these 3 stars? He's like trying to get this information through to be like, hey, we are equals, and we need time, patience, ladies. We need time to do our journey. So they're saying, if for right now you need to just stop talking about the masculine, then fine. If you need to stop watching videos about us, then fine. If you need to stop thinking about us, then fine. But at the end of the day, we need to have a chance to, as an individual under God, they're saying a holy individual, to go through our lifetimes, our spiritual lessons, and even in privacy. Wow, they are coming out. Even in privacy, because they do, excuse me, they notice that a lot of us do look into them. You know, whether you're at home and you're throwing your own cards about them, or like doing tarot, I will say throw cards, throwing your own cards about them, or constantly watching videos to see who they're dating now, or even like social media, whatever it is, or asking about, like, just give them time to focus on them and to work through them. And if you can do that, they're saying it would actually also bring you, like, I feel like the card keeps wanting to cover up this other card, so notice it was over here, now it's here. He's saying it would bring you more peace. Oh, that's why. Because look, this feather coming on to that Ace of Swords. So for some of them, they're saying they're about to embark on a journey, a spiritual journey of their own. As I'm seeing that, I'm seeing this adventure. I knew these were the masculine cards, but look, he's adventure, dare to do things differently, manifest your travel dreams, move to new location. So I'm seeing him embarking, and look, miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. That being said, I'm seeing him just running. Oh my God, this feels so good. He's getting an image. He's getting, there's something that is activating, and it's behind the nose. But it's also in this card as the horn. You see something is activating within this masculine, and it's pulling him forward. Look at him running dynamically out into the middle of nowhere, but it's everywhere for him. He's going somewhere in particular, and it's almost like a climactic happening, and then he gets to where he's supposed to be, and it's just like, right? And it's like he opens up, and it's just exactly where he needs to be at that moment. And it's like this antenna. He's going. This is initiation, by the way. Check out the Scorpio reading. But anyway, this is initiation. But what he's saying is he needs his space, because look, he's looking back, but he can't have time to look back at us feminines right now. He's got to go, and it's almost like he's being pulled forward, and it's an energy that is so strong. I'm feeling it. It is so strong. It's pulling him, literally pulling him. It's like compulsion. He has to go, and he has to experience this initiation. And it's like, as he's doing it, it's like, you know, not saying it's orgasmic and climactic, but it is. And if we all know what that looks like for a man in that moment. I'm sorry. He's like, hello. I'm sorry. we know what that looks like. But on a serious note, we do have to give him his chance to go and do this. At the same time, I'm feeling, yeah, he's really mad at me. I'm sorry, because I'm laughing. I can't stop. But it's a very serious energy. They're saying very serious message. And I'm laughing, but I don't mean to be laughing. But he's trying, he's being lighthearted, but he's showing how us as women, we just sit there and laugh, right? So it's my energy, but it's also the energy coming through me that's kind of making me laugh. But they laugh, they are saying, yeah, he's like, they laugh at us. So this divine masculine energy is coming through to be like, dude, why do you guys not take us seriously? You don't take us seriously is what they're saying. And now I'm feeling this immature kind of energy that they're projecting. And then it feels like 16, fully braces in his mouth, kind of like dry lips. He's like, you don't take us seriously. You never take us seriously. And then I'm feeling in the 20s, in the 30s, and then the 40s, and the balding. And this is all like these images these guys have. And they're like, ugh. No wonder we keep moving from one woman to the next. They're saying because they're just looking for that center. They're looking for somewhere to be taken seriously, somewhere to rest their hat, somewhere to relax amidst all these biological urges. Oh, yeah, I feel you, masculine. Yeah, so they're saying they don't really get the shake that they need, and sometimes it's hard. Because nobody takes him seriously, and when I'm seeing him looking around, he's looking around, no one's there to nurture, if he wants to get nurturing, he's got to go through sex, he's got to, so society sets him up in a way that he can't there's no avenue to receive that kind of, pain relief, and so therefore that's why they delve in. I'm seeing him delve into sexual connections, because it's through sex with a woman and through physical intimacy that they can get that nurturing that they need, because they're not giving it thank you, they're saying they're not giving it to themselves. So now I'm getting that mature divine masculine coming through again. It feels more like a guide. He's saying that they are not giving it to themselves, so that's what they're learning. That's what this initiation is all about. They're saying, thank you, Spirit. They're saying this initiation right now is all about, that they're being pulled towards, is all about opening that aspect of themselves where they can finally start to work on learning about who they are. I'm seeing a lot of it's almost like an opening chamber within them, a chamber opening within them, where they are now unlocking this new part of them. I almost said smart. This new smart of them, this new part of them, where it's like, oh. So if you guys play video games, sometimes you have to unlock certain aspects for your character. This aspect that would be unlocked for your character, the male character, there it is, the male character would be building empathy within the self, building empathy for the self, coming into more sensitivity. We're going to be seeing a lot more men crying, and it's going to be crying. Sometimes they'll be, if you're a man on this call, or if you identify the divine masculine energy, you may find yourself getting more teary-eyed. It's going to be to the point where it's like there's something in the air. There might be some conspiracy theories coming out. Watch that, right? Watch this. Coming out to say that a lot of men are being emasculated and this and that. They're saying that's not it. It's coming into balance. That's what true balance is. Balancing the male and feminine aspects. So if you ever hear those kinds of stories like, oh, they're trying to emasculate the whole society, and we heard that with the whole gay thing, like, oh, they're making people gay to emasculate a whole, like, that's some bullshit right there. But anyway, that could be something people will be saying, oh, now we've got crying men all over the place. And no, it's because they're coming more into themselves. And they're saying the true masculine is not ashamed of these tears. Because you know why? These tears that are coming through are release. And I'm feeling it, especially in the left side of the brain, or left side of my mind and my head, and energetically, upper shoulders. It's stress. Eons of stress that are being released. And that's a beautiful thing. It speaks of a transition in and of itself. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. Because you guys know how when we cry, we feel better after. We're like, oh, we feel better after. And so this is time for the masculine to emote. You might start to even see more male groups coming in, male support groups starting to be birthed on this new earth, in this new earth energy. Male groups, buddies groups, men going out, whether it's camping, fishing, wholesome. I don't want to say wholesome because that carries a certain judgmental, religious, whatever. And my channel is not for that stuff. But it's going to be more of a wholesome feeling, things that we would call wholesome. Like it's just a group of guys getting together. Let's go camping. Let's feed our souls. Let's, men's retreats. That's going to start coming into fashion. I'm getting 65 years. So I don't know if that's going to come to fruition in the next 65 years, or if men in their 60s and around 65 years old will be starting to tap into that energy, or I don't know what the 65 is, or if it's 65 years ago, some of that started coming down to earth. It could be everything. But at the end of the day, remember, no labels, guys. If you feel the need, then that's your time. All right? That's all there is to it. Oh, I feel so much more relaxed. Now, as I'm saying so much more relaxed, my hand wants to be like, oh. On the one hand, yes, it's the divine masculine feeling happy and more released and relaxed at getting that message out. But it's also partly because I'm feeling the energy of this balance. It's almost like what's going to be given birth to is going to be this space, this place where men can finally relax and they can emote and they can breathe out. This is the divine masculine, almost like blowing that left nostril out. I know that sounds gross, but blowing that left nostril out and finally being able to have a clear passageway on the left side, right? A clear passageway of being able to breathe and be himself. And as I say that, I feel my ear even opening up, my inner ear, like my spiritual ear, opening up. And he's saying, of course, we're going to be more receptive, because then we're going to be more in touch with our beings, higher self, our beings, our emotions. It's going to be more real time. We feel something, we react in that moment, we emote, we discuss, we support, instead of feeling something negative, holding on to it for decades and eons and lifetimes. And, it feels great. And at the same time, with this masculine being more present and able to emote, we see the female side relaxing a bit as well. We already talked about this issue of mystery, and guys, that was a big lesson. I believe it was from November 8th. That was a huge lesson for us, or 7th or 8th, where we have to be okay with the unknown, especially these ladies. We have to be okay with the unknown. They're saying that once we're okay with the unknown, and and with mystery, and we know that we need this certain mystery, we need mystery to keep us going forward, but we know that we need to release the desire to clear up a mystery very quickly. Once we are sitting happy and okay with not knowing, imagine how much that frees us up. So for us, that was our nose blowing, so to speak, because it frees us up to be relaxed and away from this compulsion to fill the mystery, to find out the answers, to do this. And then once that energy, those blockages are gone and we can breathe, then we can have intuition, real intuition come in. So that's a woman's calling there, to be okay with the mystery. Stop trying to solve everybody's problems. That's another branch of that. Stop trying to look into things that may not even concern you, or masculine's like, hey, yeah, who I'm dating. Look into things that may not concern you. Stop trying to find out the answers to all sorts of things. Instead, acknowledge that you don't know. Acknowledge that you would love to know, right? And then let it go. And if it's meant for you to know, it'll come to you. That removes the blockage to your intuition. And for men, once they get this initiation that's coming, this is a big initiation time, because it's coming through all my readings, like for reals. Once they receive that, they're going to receive the way of the empath. Their empathy is going to be empathy for themselves is going to awaken. They're going to be able to soothe themselves. That sensitivity is going to come back. It's theirs already, but it's been trained out of them, conditioned out of them by cycles, by stages, by societies, by whatever. And so once they do that, they're going to be more open to emoting. They're going to be more open to supporting each other. They're going to be more open to being in the present moment, talking things out, feeling things out, having compassion, being able to have empathy for those around them, feeding the community, being a pillar of strength, providing. And that clears out just that ability to emote and feel okay, and to have the tears come and work through it instead of trying to bury it down. That is their clearing, and it makes them so amazingly grounded and so amazingly balanced. Wow. Okay, so divine feminine, for those of you who don't like a man who cries, you need to get over that, because you are part, like some women are like, oh my God, and he started crying, lame. All right, look, not to be harsh with you, but that's part of this programming of trying to keep men in a box. Men are naturally balanced with their female counterparts, and when we chop out these sensitivities and things that we normally attribute to the female energy, what we're doing is we're castrating them. And the masculine's like, yeah, you're castrating me. Right? It's true, right? And we're telling him you can't be the true masculine, because the true masculine is balanced with his feminine, but at the same time, and his sensitivities, but at the same time you are trying to call in your masculine, and why can't he be with me, and what's wrong with him, but yet you're pushing him away and you want him to be in a box. All right. And I'm hearing a lot of women saying, yeah, no, it's not that I don't want you crying. What I really want is for you to just, damn it, talk to me. What do you want to say? And I feel him like mumming, like he's been gagged, right? So I feel that this initiation, thank you, that's coming up, is going to help to ungag him. And so a lot of you might find your masculine being more articulate with the dreams that he has for your future, whether it's with you or without you. He might start off talking about dreams for his own future, because we all know that the divine masculine is ambitious, right? He might start to talk about his ambitions before this relationship, right? He might start talking about school and whatever education learning he needs to reach his ambitions. Sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. I could not write this if I wanted to. I just literally squeezed my left boob for no reason. And I was like, wait, why did I do that? And then it's his way, the masculine's way of saying, don't ask, guys. Don't ask, okay? Just follow. His way of saying he's going to be talking about his own ambitions and this and that and his own dreams before talking about the dreams of being together and stuff, right? So just a heads up, what he might be talking about with his passions is about his dreams and ambitions. He's saying, but yeah, I'm going to want to have sex. That's what his point. So if you're like, no, you're not having sex with me until you talk about this relationship, gosh darn it. But he's saying, no, we could have sex because the reason why is because we need to, as the divine feminine, if this resonates for you. I'm not saying go back and take your drunk, alcoholic, wife-beating boyfriend back. This is not that kind of video, okay? Remember, use your discernment. But they're saying that they want us to acknowledge, right? Want us to acknowledge that they are talking. We're talking. Not only are we talking, but we're talking about our dreams. We're talking about taking solid 3D steps to achieving those dreams and ambitions, because they need that. They need accomplishment. Males, the divine masculine energy, male, female, doesn't matter. That aspect within all of us needs accomplishment, achievement, to be able to feel actualized. So a man without a dream, good God, what a broken man, all right? A man without accomplishment, good God, what a broken man. So when we look at men who have shot their shot and they've failed, they take that stuff harder than a lot of women who are not, primarily in their masculine, right? Masculine energies. Because for them, it's all about erecting things, providing, erecting, building, creating. And they got to win. They have to feel accomplishment. And that's why, if you notice, a lot of times men are so into establishing themselves before they get the girl. That's why it's like, I love you, you are the right one, but wrong time, he won't move forward with you. And then what's worse, or I don't know, he might even keep dating other people but hold on to you in the background. So when he's in the right space, when he feels like he's created enough in his life, in the physical world, then he'll be like, all right, it's time for you, right? That's how guys are. in a general sense. So a man who is not out there trying to get it in terms of setting himself up for the future, who feels ineffective in his ability to do that, whether because he's ill and he can't work, or he can't provide, or he can't whatever, you have to help him, or he has to help himself. But he needs to get to a place where he can find ways to channel this energy of building and accomplishment into his life, even if it means just doing wood burning, turning to creativity, even from his wheelchair, doing that. Whatever it is, he's got to have this building aspect. It's a man's work, so to speak. And so he's saying, please recognize that if he's coming to you and talking about his dreams, you may want to be hearing about this relationship, or what are our dreams? Where do I stand in that? You say you want to travel here, but does that mean you're going to leave me alone? Like, no, he's saying no, he needs to hone himself. And that's part of what this is. Wait, where is it? Adventure. Manifest your travel dreams. And that's annoying, guys, because my guy is trying to talk about those kinds of things. And I'm like, wait, what? You want to go where? To what country and do what to make how much money, and then come back and be set up to buy a house and this and that? I'm just like, that's some BS to me, because I'm like, I want to get this going, this connection. Why can't we just be together? And that's that. There's the rub. That's a female, like, more of that mindset that a lot of us feminines are working with. We're like, we want to build a family, and he's like, I want to build a house. No house, no family. We're like, yeah, well, no, if you can't put in on this family, at least show some interest in building this family and this connection. I don't want your damn house, right? So you see how those conversations kind of go. And then when the guy wants to go out and do his thing, in the interest of honing his skills and building and adventuring and blah, 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 it triggers us, because we see that as just, I want to go out and have sex with different women. That's all we see. And part of that is because these men are not, helping to make us feel, what's the word? They're not helping us to feel secure. And he's saying, the divine masculine is coming through now and saying, well, yes, they understand that, but they're saying, on the one hand, security is something you've got to get for yourself. And he's showing us, now this as the woman, he's saying, just like you are looking for certain things in a guy, like you're looking for relationships, you're looking for a future, you're looking for this, look for security and find ways to hone that skill within yourself. So he needs to go out into the world to discover himself. A lot of times we need to go inside to discover ourselves. So you see this duality, but still being yin yang. So what he's saying is we can't be trying to look for him to help us to feel secure. We have to establish for ourselves. And as he's establishing for himself, then the two come together. So it really is complementary, guys. We have to get to this place of being complementary. And this goes back to this discussion yesterday on the daily reading for November 9th about core wounds. Heal those core wounds at the base. Core wounds always require going inward. And if you notice it, especially when it comes to twins and stuff, these divine male and female counterparts, we see they're doing the same thing, but in different ways. That's why it's that energy like this. It's like this. It's the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same thing. Oh, that's better. That they're doing, but they're doing it in different ways. Imagine like they're spiraling together, like a little DNA kind of. They're spiraling, but they're going in the same direction, but same values, different experiences and different modalities, different approaches. Both are establishing themselves, but she needs to go inward and give herself the foundation. He needs to go outward and feel like he's creating a foundation for himself on the outside. Then they come back together. He gives her this foundation that he's created on the outside so that she can live within. And she gives to him and exemplifies and models for him the foundation that she's learned on the inside. The self-soothing, the I can do it, the determination, the endurance. And that's, if you think about it, that's what these young boys seek in their mothers. And that's why when they end up dating girls and trying to find their mother again, it's because they're looking for that kind of inner foundation that a feminine has already honed. It comes naturally in a mother. If the mother is not functioning in that way, there's some stuff needs to be worked through. We know that, or, something's wrong. But that's what the divine mother does. She soothes, she exemplifies, she models, she instills, and what is she instilling? Is it her job to build a house? No. It's her job to build the inner house and to teach her children. And that's why we have to be careful. I'm not saying this because I know we're all coming to this call as adults, so we've already lived lives. Some of us battle addiction issues, some of us battle codependency, whatever. But just to be sure and to be honest, that's why we have to be careful as parents, because the thing about a mother is that she teaches her children how to self-soothe. So does the father, obviously not as overtly, but they model for their children how to self-soothe. And so when you see mom and dad going through stress and mom and dad are hitting the bottle, that's how you learn to soothe. If you see mom and dad avoiding the problems, that's how you learn to self-soothe. So as a parent, when they see you going through these motions of self-soothing that are more healthy, for example, like you had a bad day at work, you come home, you talk about it with the kids, you ask their opinions, you're teaching them, number one, to address the issue, you're teaching them to emote, you're teaching them to seek guidance. Then if you're like, okay, you know what I need? I think I'm gonna say I love myself. You give yourself a hug in the kitchen. They see you giving that physical touch to yourself, and that those words of affirmation to yourself. And then you're like, you know what, I had a tough day, but I'm gonna brush it off. Tomorrow I'm going to treat myself to getting a manicure, and not to overindulge in seeking outside stuff. But then you're teaching themselves that they still are deserving of love and reward. And that right there, that cycle, if that's something you do as your own way to really heal yourself and give yourself a pat on the back when you go through tough times, your kids seeing that, guess what they're going to do as they get older? Oh my God, I was going to say, I'm not a psychic. Anyway, you know my point. Look, I'm not God, and so I can't really say that this is whatever, but I will say that I feel that maybe there'll be much less instance where kids are turning to drugs and alcohol and people who are nefarious and people who are lost and all this to deal with their issues, because they're getting that sustenance at home. And so just to drive that home one more time, Divine Masculine, thank you, Masculine, is coming through to show us that we really work as a team. He works outside, you work inside. You come together, you teach each other, model each other, and you provide for each other, and you help each other with those aspects that are already in. Yeah, when I meet my guy who's doing his thing outside, and I meet him, yes, once I've honed my divine feminine, I can show him what I've learned, and I can speak to and enliven and help activate the divine feminine within him, and vice versa. Right? That doesn't mean that it's not a woman's place to go have her houses, to go build a house herself, or to do these masculine activities. That's not the case. All right? And if that's what you're taking away from this message, then maybe, I don't know, rewind and start from the beginning. The point is that we do have to feed each other, but we can only do that once we feed ourselves. And the Divine Masculine is saying, woman, would you let me work? Basically. Why does he sound black? Sorry. Woman, would you let me work? Yeah, anyway, it's so hilarious. Anyway, we love our masculine. He's funny. They really have a good sense of humor. But he's saying, I'm sorry. Get a lot of emails about that comment, but but he's saying, let me do my thing. And I do feel that he's coming up to a moment now where it's time to put his head to, what's the word? What is the head to the groundstone? Anyway, his point is he's got to get to work. There's an initiation phase coming up, and he needs to tap into that. He's being compelled. So if you see your masculine doing something where it's like, what are you doing? Please look away. Just look away. I don't care if her name is Sandra. I don't care if it's he needs to go and just take all his money and gamble. I don't care what it is. There's some kind of issue or situation that is coming and bringing his attention. Good news though, I honestly don't feel that this is a tower moment. For some of you, it's this. Some of you, it's just a matter of this guy you might be the tower moment. He might try to come back. For some of you, not all of you, God bless. He might try to come back and try to, if he's coming back incorrect, if he's coming back and being like saying, I want to work on things with you, but he's not doing anything to take steps. You gotta kind of just gently extract yourself. You see how she's kind of here, but not really looking at him. He's like, hey, I'm talking to you, right? Gentle. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. It's not what you do in this lifetime, guys. Sometimes it's really about how you do it. So for some of you, right now, you might have to be like, you know what? I really love and care about you right now. Ooh, this card fell out. But right now, I'm just focusing on me. That for this person, whoever that is, they're not going to be able, it's going to be like, they're going to be a little bit shocked. They're not going to be able to sit with that for a second. And look at him. Oh, I see him running away, like, crying. And then like, he gets taken over by this initiation. So for some of you on this call, what you're going to need to do for your specific masculine is he might come back. He might try it. And he's so used to getting that nurturing from you and that open door and whatnot. And you don't be mean. Just be like, you know what? We've tried this before, and right now I just really need to focus on me. But I wish you all the best. Now, again, we know this man's coming back, because look at him. He's like, huh? Yeah, he's like, yeah. No, I was just, I was in the neighborhood. Yeah, okay. All right, well, you have a nice day. And she's like, thanks, bye. Best of luck. And then you close the door, you go back to watching TV, because you're watching something good on TV. And this guy's like, huh? Did that just happen? Run off, right? So we see that happening, and then he opens up. So for some of you, you are the tower moment that he's going to have. Let's see, what is it going to be? But I do think you guys are going to come back. You're gonna come back together, a lot of you, but not until, right? Let's see. Is there anything else? Whoopsies. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I'm seeing this here again. For some of you, a guy is gonna come back again, masculine. Thank you, masculine, for being here. So for some of you, of course, this is the realm of a personal reading. We don't know who's who unless you feel it in your heart, right? But some of you, the guy's gonna come back. He's gonna like say, "All right, let's do this. Let's build this." But you're like, "No, hold on a second. I'm not giving you this 10 of Cups. I don't like the way your attitude is. I'm not here to beg you to come into connection with me. You know that kind. Look at him. He's like, yeah, okay, fine. He's treating it like, fine. Yeah, I know we have to be together. Let's do this. All right, where do you want me to stand? Like, no. I want you to want this connection and take it back to this. Gentleness. Yeah, you know what? Listen, I just don't feel... maybe I'm pushing too much. Maybe, I just don't feel like this is something that you want right now or that you want at all. And to be honest, I think maybe it's best for us to go our separate ways right now so we can discover who we really want, who you really want, who makes you passionate, and me, like who really wants me and who makes me passionate. Because right now, to be honest, your attitude towards this connection it just doesn't make me feel passionate and joyful. And so, yeah, how about we just call it quits for now, or just whatever. And then, boom, tower moment. Crying, running off. Then, right? 4 of Wands, okay? So again, for some of you, this is a matter of, you'll know this guy because he's going to come and he's going to be like, fine, okay, whatever. You keep talking about this. Let's do this. All right, let's see. All right, then we've got Mr. Flighty. Mr. Flighty coming in. Didn't do his work. All right, yeah, let's do this. Let's get it. I'm ready. Let's go. Knight of Wands. You're like, all right, well, where's the house? Huh? House? What house? You're like, yeah, gentleness. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm getting a nurse here. There's someone who's a nurse. yeah, you know what, to be honest, I really care about you, and, it's the worst. We all know that. We know that end starting. I really care about you, but you know what, to be honest, I really care about you, and you know that, but to be honest, I'm looking for a connection that is more of equals. So, and it's kind of like this guy has known that for a while. He's had a chance he knows that you need somebody who is an equal, who can contribute. And this is not about somebody like, oh, he has to be making 6 figures. It's not about that. It's somebody who is able to match your maturity. For this divine feminine, your divine masculine may not be coming back mature to you. Yes, he wants to settle down. He wants to do this with you. I couldn't even say settle down because of with what? And you're just like, maybe he doesn't even have an apartment of his own. He's still at home. Like what is he doing? He's not in his divine masculine as yet. And so therefore, the divine masculine, his energy is still here, by the way, is coming in and saying no. He's like, no, baby girl. No, you have to say no, because that's not what we want to be about. Yeah, see? He's saying that's not what we want to be about. And he's also coming through, the divine masculine is also the divine father, just like the divine feminine is the divine mother. The divine masculine is also coming through when he said, nah, baby girl. He's sounding like a divine father and saying, no, that's not what divine masculine is about. If he has not created, now he's speaking as the father, if he has not created a home for baby girl to go into, then what are we doing? You need to move on to something better. I mean, and it's not going to be with him right now, right? You're saying we're not moving on together. That's what you've got to tell him in a nice way. And again, it doesn't mean you won't be with this person later and down the line. Of course, that in this specific case, it depends on how much he is able to pull together. And that's not just money. It's about, guys, what it feels like when you're in the midst of a man who is mature versus a child. Now look at this. That specific masculine needs to have his rebirth. Oh, they're telling me don't forget. Oh, okay, because I didn't do this. Oh, yeah, that's right. See, their sense of humor is too much. It's so funny. All right, that's right. So it's like sending the masculine packing for that moment. Oh my God. All right, listen, guys. All right, because I think especially in the case of this feminine whose masculine is immature. Some of you women, and the one with the nurse connection as well, maybe you have children. Okay, you have a child. It may be with this guy or may not be with this guy, but listen, you don't have time to be messing around. You would much rather be the hermit with your cute little child, moving on, than to be stuck with a snake. Look, you're throwing the snake out. I'm not calling this masculine a snake, but I'm that's the picture that's the image that's in the picture. It's somebody who's not really grounded. It's an immature male. All right, let's see. Any other examples of masculines and approaches, God? Or divine masculine, since he's here. Yeah, but they're saying it's all about producing growth and promoting growth in that masculine. Because look at this masculine. He's looking back huh? He's she just said no. Huh? And it's kind of how, remember in White Fang, love that movie, White Fang, young Ethan Hawke and that dog, right? In the end, when he's go, get out of here, towards the end, and the dog was what? The dog starts running because he thinks they're going to run, and then the dog looks back, he's wait, what? You're not, wait, you're not coming? You're sending me away? That's that look the dogs get. They run off, and then they stop, and they look back at you, they're huh? And their heads moving, and then you're go, and they're huh? And they look back. It's kind of that feeling, because in order for them to stand with you, right, they've gotta pump with it. They've gotta be there. I'm seeing here, Queen of Cups. You, as a Queen of Cups here, you gotta use your intuition, and don't be intuition in the feminine way, but they're saying also be masculine about it, in a sense of look at what's in your cup. Don't just wait for somebody. Don't just accept what somebody is giving you. You know, push yourself into divine feminine. Divine feminine is the leader. The divine mother teaches her son acceptable and unacceptable behavior and how he treats women, right? Listen, that's the hope. But I think we all can sit here and say, that ain't true. But anyway, no shade, no shade. I know it's hard out there, but the point is that Divine Mother teaches that instills that within her son. Listen, I heard you on the phone with Patty. That's not the way you talk to a woman. You know, that's the way that Divine Mother is supposed to guide her son. Now, as the Divine Feminine, which is just another aspect of the Divine Mother, when we're dealing with these men, we have to continue that. That's not the way you're going to talk to me. You know, I'm sorry, I don't know what kind of women you've been consorting with, but I need you to treat me properly. That's another message. Gentle, they're saying. So some of you may have masculines who talk down to you, and they think that you're going to be there no matter what it is they say to you. They call you out of turn, they out of name, they don't respect your time, things like that. No, you know what? Hold the phone. I'm sorry, but listen, I think we need to go our separate ways, because they're saying that's also immaturity. Same card that we came up with earlier. Also immature behavior. When you have a man speaking to you in a certain way that is not the way a gentleman should speak to you, then that's a dead giveaway. All right, that's a dead giveaway. Just like we know, and some of us women on the call may be guilty. You may refer to yourselves as a bitch, like, yeah, I'm that bitch. That's right. You know, all of that. That's you calling yourself out of name, and you should not be doing that, and you shouldn't be allowing anyone else to do that. All right. So, the Divine Masculine is coming through and he's saying one day this house is going to be complete, where we have the family and we have the house. But in order to do that, we do all need to get on the same page. And his message is today coming through and speaking about having respect. Having respect, because look, he's building this house. Look at him sitting here with all these sticks. It's like this IKEA feeling, like, what am I looking at, right? And, you know, as the woman, she's bringing this. As him, he's bringing this. And he's trying. Sometimes he says there's no model home for him to know how to build. And that alone should give us a chance to, give us feminines a chance to really have compassion. Because on some level, it's kind of innate for a lot of women to have a sense of home, even though we may have that beaten out of us, or we may become disconnected with that from that sense of home because of our upbringings, right? But look at this. She's built a family, and society supports that in many ways. But here he is. He doesn't have a home to really look at because he comes from a bad home or all sorts of stuff. Society dissuades that. Look, 10 and X and X, a 10 and 10, this is a match, right? See, look at male, female complimenting already. And look, he's just got all these sticks. He's supposed to be doing all this stuff. He doesn't know how. He's bringing us back to here. He's going to be receiving an initiation. Initiation is definitely coming up for this masculine. That's going to help him. But right now, he needs to retreat. Some of them may actually be going into nature. They might be talking about taking walks now, whatever, being outside, going on camping trips, whatever it is, because they're going to be connecting. For some of them, they're saying they are going to be dating somebody else that's going to show them how rigorous this kind of thing is, how rigorous competition is. What do you mean by that? So on the one hand, they might, if that is your masculine, I want you to turn a blind eye, because they need to, just as I'm seeing this squirrel's eye is turned, they need to experience what they've done to you and to other people. So whoever this is that they're going to get with, they're going to go through some kind of stress with this person. They're going to find themselves, because I'm seeing this as them, and they're having these people barking at them. Look, maybe these are, competition. Maybe something's going to blow up, where they're with different women, especially if your male is one that's harboring, I'm seeing secretly, harboring different women or having a lot of third, fourth, fifth parties. There's something that's going to blow up. And look at him, like they're like all these people barking at him, this lobster coming out to like, wait, who the hell are you? And who the hell are you? And look at his face like, so this is a blow up moment. All right. If it hasn't happened already, that's a blow up moment that might come to some masculine on this call. It doesn't have to be all of yours, right? Because we already see that there are different masculines that were coming through, or different situations. But whatever it is, it's going to, here's the Six of Pentacles, it's going to bring balance. But he's saying that he's coming through with this message of please respect the male journey, because we need to learn as well. And for us, it's not often easy, because look at this. We get tempted into something. We have our tower moment. Out comes conflict. It causes a lot of damage. Look at those nightmares. Look at this. What's at stake? Connection with the divine. They're saying the divine feminine and the divine within them, right? And of course, look, she's moving on, leaving him to carry this burden until he finally steps up. See how he has a sword in this crown? He steps up and comes into his king mode. A lot of them don't want to do that. It's a long journey. It's a lot of work. Look at his face. It's hard, because a lot of it is going to be acknowledging himself that he doesn't want to do this journey. He just wants to play. Look, it's a page of swords. But people come for his head, spirit, non-spirit. And he's like, all right, let me do this before they reach me. I don't want another tower moment. And in all of that, there's this hope for compassion and gentleness. So the divine masculine is coming through to show us it's not an easy path. He's saying this is more like his path. He's like, it's either he's the one on the horse or he's the one off the horse. But either way, it's not a fun feeling. It's not a funny situation. It's not pretty. And look at the sword. What gets caught up? Its sword is in the shape of a heart, right? What ends up dropping? It's the heart. So anyway, here we go. Let's see. What else would you like to say? Divine masculine or divine feminine on this call? Oh, these two cards wanted to come out. So right now, what's going on for divine masculine? This is in the physical right now. I'm seeing, where was that card? Oh no, where did it go? Anyway, it's under here. Yeah, so I'm seeing him. Do we need that other one? No. Okay. So remember, his initiation is coming up, guys. Moving into empathy, more sensitivity, balancing with his feminine aspects, alchemically. So remember, right now, we're also seeing him kind of like working on his I'm hearing physical complaints, okay? And also physical compliance. So he's got to comply with a lot of things in the physical. And that means taking care of business on the physical level. Paying, I was going to say paying rent, but I'm hearing marriage support, like, supporting a marriage that he may be in, alimony, child support, all those kinds of things, running businesses, just keeping up with his obligations. A true divine masculine juggles all this. It's not a bad thing if a divine masculine is already married to someone else. It's a bad thing if he's not even showing up for that connection as a man, right? So we're looking for responsibility. And so the divine masculine right now is sorry, he's like, I'm watching you. He's working on his responsibilities. He's being responsible, and he's just got duties that he's got to do. But that being said, I feel, look at this, the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups. The Seven of Cups, it seems like he's been juggling a lot of stuff. He's had a lot of stuff to work through, and this Eight of Cups speaks of walking away. I'm seeing a smoking gun here. So something may have gone off. Something may have popped off. This may be a tower moment that has happened already. Could be this that's already happened. And for some of you, this could be coming in, right? But with the squabbling and him needing to be in some other connection to have that karmic, thing happen to him so that he could wake up. And whatever it is, I'm seeing that this is 9 cups, but it's 8, right? on this table here. Is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 8 cups here. He's gotten a cup. And he's going to me, this is realization of what the important thing is. Because 7 of Cups speaks of a choice. So it's also speaking of choices. This may be someone who has a lot of options as well. Lots of things to juggle. But what I'm seeing is following some type of pop-off moment or target moment. Okay. Ooh, some people are targeting. So some of these masculines are going to be targeted for something. But they're going to learn the lesson. They're going to find out which cup it is that they need to be focusing on. So this person is walking away with greater focus right now. And I'm being shown that perhaps the focus that they're going to be focusing on is money. They're like, you know what? I need to get started. I need to build this foundation for myself. I need to achieve. And maybe that's also going to be their rest because they're stressed out. But take a look. Where is that 9th cup that he's got in his bag now? 9 of Cups speaks of wishes fulfilled. He's going to be moving into the magician. I love to see a man in a magician role sometimes, especially if he's moving with higher purpose, because he's taking that 9th cup and he's using his skills. And look at this. I think he's going to be buzzing with this initiation energy, and they're saying this intention energy. Following this initiation, he's going to have more intention, right? And he's transforming this cup. He's transforming it. He's creating his own wishes fulfilled, his own 9 of Cups. And I see him meditating on this sword, looking at how he's used communication, looking at how he's been hurt, looking at how he's hurt others. I'm seeing him look at this little pentacle, looking at how small it is. He's trying to consider what kind of impact he's had on the world, on other people, how he's affected things, what has he built for himself. Look at this wand on his table. He's looking at all of the opportunities that he's missed. He's considering that, like, was this love situation, perhaps you, Divine Feminine, really the opportunity of a lifetime? Did I miss it? What's going on there? What's to be discovered there? And he's looking at that cup and he's trying to fill his cup now with love. Right? So he's trying to get to a place where he can focus himself, be in a more integritous way. Look at the cat sitting up straight. He's like finally happy. The cat is also his guide. Like finally happy, like you're on the right path now. Some of them are feeling like if I don't get on this path, it's going to lead to my death almost. Look at this sword and this knife kind of facing him. So some of them are feeling like, dude, I need to get my life together right now. I can't keep living like this, because on the one hand I'm feeling because there's something I'm missing out on. You see these roses above him? It's almost like he's going to, through this initiation, feel this canopy of love, feel this thing that's waiting for him. And it's like almost like he knows that if he could get his act together, if he could clear up, if he can have his healing, spiritual healing, that he can walk right into marriage with somebody. So he's clearly seeing that there's somebody here, because now I'm seeing someone's hand being in his hand. So it's like he's invigorated to work towards somebody. All right, I don't know. I'm hoping it's you, Divine Feminine, but it obviously, why wouldn't it be, right? Because that's what this call's about. But I feel that yeah, and just as I said that, did you hear that little bell sound? That was me almost hitting. I moved my hand and I hit it by mistake, and I almost threw over my cup, and then I would have been mad because it ruined my sheets. But the point is that was also a sign, because during these calls, Spirit doesn't mince words or actions. They're trying to say, Divine Feminine, don't throw out this cup of love, because look at him working towards this. So this is, I feel like, because some of us have been like, I'm done skis, I'm out of this place, right? But they're saying, don't do that, just wait, patience, let this man go and work on his thing. It seems almost like not a last step, but a major step in this connection. I'm also feeling that it's going to be a major step for a lot of women, because there's going to be a real feeling for a lot of us feminines of abandonment, whether it's because he's going off with somebody else, and it doesn't matter how big it looks, whether they change status on Facebook, whether they this, that, say they're going to get married, whatever. Two cards just, oh, holy shit. Holy moly. 2 cards just fell out, Strength and the Hierophant. Okay? Hierophant speaks of marriage. So they're saying, wow, yeah, for somebody who has to go through viewing that situation, look at her. Oh, look at her viewing it. They're saying, don't look at this. Look at this. Look at the strength. And look at this as him underneath. This is his way of getting whatever it is that he has to get. Like he said, let me do my thing. Oh, that's a hard feeling to hear. And they're saying growth. They're saying keep growing for you. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, dude, this is some BS. I don't even know why. Look at her looking at this cup like, I don't even know why I even got this person in the first place. He doesn't want to work on it. Why do I have to keep working on it? And I have to sit here and be this Queen of Wands with this sunflower and this and that. It's just so stupid, you know? And that's kind of the energies that I'm getting. And I think that it's going to give you some return as well. You're going to have some return. But I'm getting, when I say you're going to have some return, off to the side, I'm seeing this card randomly. Knight of Swords. You're going to have some return. So again, I really feel this person is going to return. Look at that again. There's that situation with the feather falling. We saw that earlier in, where was it? Thank you, Spirit. I don't know where it was, but it was in a card where the feather was falling and it was like this ace feeling. Yeah. Knight of Cups. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. Look at these two, Six of Cups. So, I mean, it's kind of like I just hope, and I'm sure you guys all hope that, and this is our feeling, that whichever our masculine is, that we could put on the show, we can continue to do what it is that we're doing as we see these three people coming towards us. Oh, it looks like three people. It's two people. Oh, three people. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm seeing that Spirit is like trying to... Now they're speaking to us on the lower levels. Notice how they're getting into the stories about the third parties and them going off here and getting married here. But above, for most of this conversation, they've been speaking to us from the higher level, right? And they're trying to make sure that we understand that there's a higher reason why this masculine is walking away, if he's walking away from a lot of you, or why he has walked away. And they're showing that it's been very hard and very hurtful to go from that down to being single and being without this person. I'm seeing marriage here for some of you, and that's hard. Look at this. The Justice card looks very much like the Hierophant card. And they're saying that they understand that a lot of us don't feel like we have justice, that it's unfair, you know, because see, I'm seeing this IX as single and this XI, the mirror opposite, as the Justice card. So some of us are like, it's unfair that I ended up here. Where is my justice, right? So these are all feelings that are happening at these lower levels, at this 3D level. But at the very least, it's important to know that there is a reason, and he has to go through this card. Look at him. He may not want to do this and blah blah blah, but he's going to have this new beginning. And once he takes that risk and has that new beginning, and again, I'm feeling this push, this whatever this push is, that's going to push him into initiation. Oh, God, Six of Swords. This is you leaving. For some of us, it's about you leaving and liberating yourself. Now, that's going to push some of these masculines. We saw that earlier. It's going to push some of these masculines in. Yeah, so I don't think he's going to be in this magician mode until that happens for a lot of them, because they need to have this sense of loss. Men need to feel like they're working towards something. Look at this. They need to have this sense of loss almost. Look at him, so caught up in his own reflection and such, he doesn't notice she's taking off. See? But when he notices she's taking off, that's going to change some things. Look at him. This is the Four of Cups. It usually speaks about not wanting to take advantage of something. But in this deck, it looks very much like the Five of Cups, grief, right? Look at him. This person's trying to serve him something. He's like, dang, I messed up. Like, oh man, I was so busy focusing on my own stuff, his shadows, right? Focusing on my own, like, these other women, this job, this whatever. I didn't even see that when she left. And now I'm like here, like wanting this person back. And that's going to push him into that magician moment. All right. Okay. Hermit card. All right. So getting the Hermit. So that would be really interesting. That would be another call to make. Well, first of all, before I say that, I'm seeing you being the Hermit if you're Divine Feminine. Obviously, Divine Masculine may be a Hermit a little bit as well, but I'm seeing you being the Hermit, but be the kind of Hermit that is in compassion and still offers friendship, if even be through prayers at night. Because look at this Knight of Cups, this Divine Masculine kind of still making his way on the journey, and you're lighting his way with this, right? Oh, look, end of the reading. There it is. All right, that's the back of the card. What card's next? Okay. It doesn't resonate. Yeah, look, giving that light through prayer and whatever, and look right on the bottom. Here he is with the light around him. And then we have this initiation. But this would be an interesting commentary for Spirit to talk about one day. I hope they do, about this issue of Hermit. The Hermit's way, that sucks. I'm sorry. Because I am the Divine Feminine and I want connection because I want to build. That's what we do. We want to build this family. It's like, dude, pump with it, right? But all we keep getting is this call and this idea that, no, you need to go out on your own. You need to do this. And it's like almost like, why am I wasting so much time? Why am I waiting? It feels like I'm going against my true nature, which is to come together and, but everything has its way, it has its reason, and it would be wonderful if they could help us, just like they did when they talked about coming to terms with mystery. If they could speak on, coming to terms. Oh, okay, with the Hermit. Okay, they're saying to pull another card. Thank you. Because I'm mad. I know it don't sound mad, but they know my feelings. All right, what do you guys have to say about this? Because I'm pissed. Stop it, guys. This is the very same card. I know I just shuffled this deck. I totally just shuffled it. But it's the same card that I peeked at. Okay, what are you guys trying to say here? Oh, see, I was just going to say, because that was the end. You said it was the end of the reading. So they're saying, but then they brought out the same card, but they showed me the card before. Maybe they're trying to give us a hint and say this is not the ending. So we think it's the ending of this connection, a lot of people, but they're like, it's not the end. It really isn't. For some of you, I wonder how long it's going to be if you have to be in separation again. It may not be as long as you think. It may be, but it may not be. Yeah, because with this initiation energy coming in, I feel that this person is going to be learning their lessons. They're saying it's just a kick in the butt. Whatever this thing is that he's going out there to get or experience, it's just a kick in the butt for him to get into magician mode. I just don't feel, if there's anybody who's masculine is going to be going through this for like another 4 years or 3 years or anything, especially if he's getting married, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to last that long. I just feel like it's a kick in the butt. Just a kick in the butt that they need to get started. See, it's like on this card on the right, somebody throwing an arrow at him, like boink, right into his butt, and then he's like, I got it. So he's gotta get that situation, that yeah. All right, thank you, Spirit. They just showed me off camera that I didn't do my affirmation today. This is a good time to do it because, yeah, while they're on the call. But they're showing, let's let this cycle end. Let's let this cycle play out. They're also signaling, sorry guys, the end of this call and this reading, and they're bringing in the good doctor. Yeah, temperance. Help us to temper these frustrations. All right, so bam, for another day. I am happy and at peace with what is unfolding for my highest good. Okay, I felt some resistance because I'm mad. I'm mad at this call. I'm sorry. It's nice when they talk about it in the upper, from the upper perspectives, and when they get down to the lower perspectives, and then we hear about the cheating and this, it's very much triggering. And this card is off camera. I'm just gonna pull it on. The devil energy. Yes, right. It's very triggering because that's what we're living in. They're saying, but it's going to lead to victory, and that's what we need. That's what the divine feminine is coming through and telling us on the call. They're saying that's what we need. Two of Cups. This is a partnership. Bam. Oh my God, the next cup. Oh my God, the next card, is a King of Cups. And then, oh my God, right underneath is this one, Lovers. Guys, that makes so much sense. Look, so looks like we're going through it, they're saying. But this divine feminine is here. And look, divine masculine. And she brought through this card about us working together. Look, Lover's card came through with him right underneath. So, I don't know how much more they have to confirm this, that there's going to be togetherness. If you're on this call, that I see this as happening. But let's do our best not to be so frustrated, guys, as much as we can. I am happy and at peace with what is unfolding for my highest good. So I'll leave these here as our ending shot. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for being on the call, and thank you so much for Divine Masculine for coming through, and thank you to all of our guides and the Divine Masculine guides as well. Thank you to Divine Feminine for coming through as well. Amen. And also, they're showing me this card. Thank you to all of us frustraties. Frustraties they're saying, is a combination of frustrated ladies. Yeah, okay. Oh my God. Honestly, if they didn't have such a good sense of humor, guys, I would be mad all the time, just so you know. And they're showing us all like, rah, 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 rah. And then us here, like, coming together, like, dude, what is going on? Right? So they really have a sense of humor. If you ever in a space of like, is this real? Is spirit real? Yes, it is. Because otherwise, I don't know how to explain how these cards fall into place all the time, how they channel these messages, how they have personalities, and how things come to reality following their calls, okay? So let's just do our part as these ladies on the ground, male, female, doesn't matter. It's just representing the frustrated parties. And let's just do our best. And the masculine is saying, yeah, let me do my thing, okay? Gotta be right back. Gotta do my thing. Okay? All right, thanks, everybody. See, but he's not off camera. I just dropped him, but he's still here. He's like, I'm still here. Gosh. I'm not going anywhere. Gosh. That's what he's saying. And they're saying to hold the masculine in the light right now as he goes off to do whatever it is he has to do, okay? Oh, God, I've just heard I hate. I literally heard I hate. Somebody on this call is definitely going through it. Let's send them love. Could be the hate in all of us. And what do we hate? This damn process. All right. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go. I promise. Okay. Bye.